I'm looking at today's lesson, and I'm wondering what in the world does praying for Jerusalem have to do with us today? I mean, after all, the focus of the New Testament is Jesus and his church, not Jesus and Jerusalem. Now, I get why the Jews would want to pray for Jerusalem, because what blessed Jerusalem typically blessed the rest of the country. For example, if Jerusalem was experiencing prosperity, typically the entire nation was being prospered. If there was peace in Jerusalem, then you could be certain that the rest of the nation was experiencing peace as well. The same is typically true of any country. If the capital city of your country is at war, then chances are your entire nation is at war. But there's more to it than that. When you prayed for peace in Jerusalem, you were inviting peace into your own life. After all, Jerusalem just didn't belong to the people who lived there. It belonged to the entire nation. The same is true of, God's church today. When we pray for God to pour a blessing into our church, we in return are inviting a blessing into our own lives because we belong to the church. When we pray for peace in the church, we're inviting that same peace into our own lives. When we pray for God to be with his church, we're inviting him, to be with us as well. You see, if God was in Jerusalem, the city of peace, then you could be assured that God was with the rest of the nation as well. And if God is with his church, then you could be assured that he is with all of the members of the church. And maybe this is the lesson right here that needs to be learned. That maybe instead of avoiding the church or complaining about the church or being angry at the church or stirring up trouble in the church, maybe instead we should pray for the church, to ask God to bless the church, to bring peace into the church, to bring healing into the church, and along with that, unity and a love for each other. Because in the end, what affects the church will affect those who belong to the church. And that, my friends, includes you and I. And with that in mind, if you could pray for your church, what blessing would you ask for? Remember, what blesses the church will ultimately bless you. And that was our nugget for today. Again, have a look at your lesson. I'll see you tomorrow.